Hi, it's Metal Dave here for another video, and this time I want to talk to you about something that's slightly different. I'd like to talk about the bottom strings that we palm mute on, which usually form the root note of a lot of heavy riffs. Oftentimes these days we tend to get caught on the low string, the bottom string. I have a lot of the E string, which is fine, you know, that's basically you want to get heavy as hell. But that did, I would say, possibly in the last 2 or 3 decades, there are certain other strings that get neglected quite a bit, and I'll show you some examples. So what we commonly do as guitarists in metal is usually a typical riff like this, you know. Nothing wrong with that at all, but it's usually always on the bottom string. And like I say, there's nothing wrong with it, but we can sometimes get stuck there and sometimes restricted. So what a lot of the traditional hard rockers from the 70s and into the 80s used to make use of was not only the bottom E string there, but also the A string and the D string. And the usual riffs played were like this. Alright, so the intro riff you saw in this video, I'm going to break it down for you right here. And just for a quick recap, it's this riff here. So nice and slowly. So in fret spaces 6 for the first 2 chords, which are this one here. Okay, so this riff is pedaling on all 3 bottom strings at a time. So starting with the D string, the A string next down from it, and then down to the bottom string, the bottom E string. Now before I show you the riff, one important thing to bear in mind is it's a very tricky riff to play, and when you're crossing strings like that it can be very noisy, so you've got to develop some kind of muting technique in order to keep the strings quiet. Okay, so here's the riff played slowly. We're working between fret spaces 6 and 5. So 6 for this part, and 5 for this part here. With 5 on the root note, and 7 and 8. And again. And looking down at the picking hand here, very important. If you're on YouTube, then please hit subscribe below. Also find various links. For the rest of you, horns up. Ah, fuck. Horns up.